Hello, today I'll finish up the Manga app by creating the final screen, which will display the manga content itself. So before I begin, I'd like to apologize about my inconsistent manga app video series uploads. I've been pretty busy lately, and um, I also recently moved country. So I used to live in Singapore and I moved all the way to the US. So let's not waste any more time and begin. So previously we have done the detail screen. So if I comment this out and just show you the home screen to see where we start, in the beginning. So once the user opens this web page, they will be shown all this manga itself. So as you notice, right, it took a while to load the images. So one way to make the images a little faster, right, is to why not why not store the images in our folder or resources. So next time when we first load the image or web scrape, right, when we first web scrape it, we take the name, we store the name and store the image. Let's say, yeah, so we store the image dependent on the name. So let's say 3 years apart. If 3 years apart is the first time we load ever, what we want to do is take the image, make a copy of it and save it in our own local cache or even the phone folder. And next time when we reload the page, the image itself is already inside the phone and we don't need to get the image from the internet, which makes everything works faster. So it only takes a while to load for the first time, but afterwards it should be almost instant. So let's continue. I mean, that's only accessibility. It's not that hard to implement. So let's say when the user clicks on the manga itself, so 3 years apart, they'll load the manga title, author, description, description, and genre and the chapters. So when the user clicks on the chapter, what we want is to load them directly to the screen where it shows all the chapter content. So you notice, right, we remember we made a unclick. We made a click function. When you click here, it will display the URL for the chapters. So why don't we copy this, open it, yes. Let's go here. So getting the chapters should not be hard because we can always web scrape it. Let's go here, web scrape, and the images is always in the image tag. So it's going to be a bit more difficult if we're going to use this website, because if we directly get the image from online, we are having an error access denied. So what I assume, right, is when the user comes to this page, they are probably provided with a token or at least like a key to show that they're on this page, and you can only load this image in this website. And there's probably a way to trick the system. I mean, if I'm not wrong, flutter deal, there's like cookies, so like there's plugins that you can pretend that you're a real browser. Yeah, so to save time, I'm not going to fix this. I'm just going to use another website that is not as strict as this website, because so one website I have checked is manhwas.net. You can actually check other websites. This is the first website and I checked, and it seems like there's no security against web scraping. So we can go, let's say here. You can go here. So what I would like to do, or if I have time, I'll probably fix this code to get all the mangas or manhwas from this website. They will load all the latest mangas, which will be shown here. And when the user clicks, let's say Strong Heaven, you'll show all this. So we want to web scrape the manga manhwa title from here, description here, genres, authors. Let's see what else do we need. Yeah, and the ongoing status, and obviously the chapters are below. So the good thing about this is, because if we click the chapter, okay, so we click the chapter, we are actually able to tip the image, or at least use the image without any special or without any configuration. So we paste this here, we go here, you can see the images. I'm not sure why is mine zoomed in, that's so weird, but oh well. So yeah, so we can take the images manually, and we notice all the images are inside the page break, no gaps. See, so actually why don't I zoom out? Yeah, so you can see, so this is pretty much the only thing we need to web scrape or the tag to take from. So let's begin. Obviously we need a new screen. Let's call that display, or actually content screen. This is going to show the content now. So not JS, my bad. I'll have it dark. It's been a while since I have done dark also, so I might be a bit rusty. So material, we want stateless. Actually we want stateful. We're gonna play with the state. Let's see, content screen, and we will have two items. Wow. First, variable, we're going to make a list that will take in a string, a map of string, dynamic, and we can call that content pages. The other one, what we want is a boolean, that is data patch, and why don't we set that as false? Because when the user goes to their website, or when the user clicks this, right, we need to go web scrape it. So we haven't fetched the data yet, or technically scrape. So once we have this, now we want to make a function to web scrape the data. So we can say void get content, and it's going to be asynchronous, and let's see, it's going to get in a final web scraper, the base URL. So I'm just going to call it web scraper base URL. We'll take this. I'm just going to use this URL as an example. So this, then we have a string temp route, and obviously the base URL is only the domain and not the route itself. So it's pretty much this. Temp route will be the rest. And what do we want to do? So we want to await. So await if. So let's say, yep. So if web scraper dot load page, if it finish loading this page, then we want to assign the content pages as a web scraper dot get element. So we want to web scrape the elements itself. So for now, if I'm not wrong, it's div get something. No, I'm gonna check later, but I know it's gonna be an image. I remember it's image, and from that image, what do we need? In the attribute, we only need the source. So let's go back to this. Okay, page break, no gaps. Let's go here. Page break, no gaps. So once we are finished web scraping, what do we want to do also? We want to tell them web data fetch is true, as we just fetch it. We finish fetching. Oh, and that's init state. When it initialize, Well, what do we want to do? We want to run the get content, and this scaffold body center child circular spinning. So for now I'm just going to show this, or actually body. So if data fetch is true, we're going to show the content, else we want to show the spinning circle. So let's see. So data fetch is true. What do we want to do? We want to wrap this in a container and give a list view builder, item builder. Yep. And before that, we need to tell them the item length or item count. Item count will be content pages dot length. And what do we want to do? We want to return what's image.network, image.network, and the network will be the data we have scraped. So it will be content pages index attributes, and what attribute do I need? I need a source, and I think that's it. So let's do this and let's pray. So we need to tell them do not run the home screen, but home let's see, what did I call it? Content pages or content screen. Let's run this, and it's loading. Shouldn't take that long. Let me see, content screen. Okay, so set state. So go here. Okay, so it's gonna run init state content, get content, web scrape, add it to content pages. We data fetch will become true. Once true, it'll show a container. So in the beginning it's always spinning, and I think that's it. So let's try now. Okay. So scale problem. So one way we can solve this, fit. What do we want to do? We want box fit width. Let's see, what else do we need to do? List view. Why don't we give it a shrink wrap true? So shrink wrap true, and let's see what else. Why don't we just give a late loading builder? Okay. So if loading progress is now, that means it finished loading. What do we want to return? We want to return the child. Quite lazy. I should have just probably typed that 3 characters, would be a bit faster. If loading is true, return the child. If it's not true, it's still in the process of loading. So what do we want to return? We want to return this, and let's go here and pray. Okay, let's see what's wrong. Scale image network. I mean, they are getting the images, so let's see. Okay. Data fetch true. Container. List view builder. String wrap. Item builder. Content index. Return image network. Index. Actually I noticed. So we should probably trim the string. So where are we getting it? I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's right here. So why don't we edit the string and trim? Let's go here and hoof. So actually we are getting it. It's just that it takes a while to load the manga itself. So one way to solve that issue is to load into lazy loading. Yep. So pretty much what lazy loading does, or what we want it to do, is make sure you only load the top data, and the below we don't. I mean, we want it to be low, but it doesn't have to be loaded first. We just want to prioritize the top. So we can go here, or we can see the images. Let's see if there's a good example. So yeah, so I guess it's here. So we don't want to load all the data at once. We only want, we can tell them to load well, we only tell them load the stuff that fits the screen height, or what is showing at the moment. So the below you can load later, because you know it takes a while to read manga. So when we scroll down, by the time when we scroll down, right, the images loading should be done. So yeah, looks pretty smooth also. I mean, this is the end, because you can see the so that's one way to do it. Oh, looks like the top, well, actually the top is just finished. Okay, so I don't think that was the top. That's probably, yeah, so the middle part is still being loaded, because this is the top, because it's always the top. So let's do a lazy load. Still loading, because now the images are different. Yeah, so that's one way to improve it, but that's pretty much how, or the backbone, or how you want to implement it. So pretty much it. Then you can add a nav bar or bottom navigation bar that goes back, and remember. So remember, earlier we were in the detail screen where we click the chapters. It shows the URL of the chapter. So you just want to probably if you want like a proper manga app, you probably want to use another website instead of Mongolian, where you need a special token or cookie or whatever to access the image. But I hope I hope yeah. So I hope you like it, and thank you, and see you next time. If I can find the stop recording.